And now, get on your feet for the starting lineup for your Western Wildcats. Number 19, Allison Woods. Number 5, Brooklyn Cody. Number 12, Emma Dixon. Number 8, Rachel McMullen. Number 16, Lauren White. Number 18, Sophie Renneker. Number 99, Brindley McQuaid. Number 34, Ava Fessler. Number 10, Alyssa Mara. Number 24, Payson Younger.
All right, want to welcome everybody in Western Wildcats, Payson Seymour Indians.
We just got off the air about 22 hours ago.
Yeah, an early 4 o'clock start time here at Western. Quick look real quick at the lineups defensively for the Wildcats. A little bit of a change. Actually, that's not updated, so we're not going to do that.
I'll go ahead and do it around the dive.
I think I need to hit a button.
I got you. We'll go Lauren White in the circle tonight. She relieved Sophie Renneker last night. Rachel McMullen's catching. Brooklyn Stolte at first. Emma Dixon at second. Sophie Renneker at short. Brindley McQuaid at third. Out in left is Macy Ocker, the first time we've seen her out there this season. Center is Alyssa Barres, and then right field is Allison Woods. Ava Fessler will hit for Alyssa Barres. On that first pitch, Hugenberg pops it to right. Woods comes onto it. Can't come down with it.
Gave a good chase at it.
Center dropped you a present off.
Oh, that's fantastic. No idea.
This is it Hugenberg or Hugenberg?
Hugenberg.
Samantha Hugenberg. She is the left fielder for the Lady Indians. Payson is 6-8-1 as the season approaches its middle point. Teams are allowed to play 30 games in the regular season. One pitch from White to Hugenberg is hit into the Bermuda Triangle. It's going to drop for the first hit of the evening. Woods backing up Barres makes a good play to get it in quickly, and they will limit Hugenberg to a leadoff single, and that's how we'll get started here from Barry.
I'd like to see Alyssa stop that ball or dive for it, one of the two. All right, runner on first as we get set up here. A little more challenging with a 4 o'clock start time, but we are ready.
We make things work.
Up next, going to be Megan Kirby.
It was a ball one pitch there from Lauren.
I believe so.
And Lauren threw pretty well last night in relief of Sophie.
Yeah, she did.
Had a couple things out of her control that didn't go her way, and plays behind her. Her 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. A big hack out of Kirby.
Good leadoff out there by Hugenberg, and I don't know if you heard Tom or not, but Tom said, hey, you got her 8, so maybe Rachel will pay attention to that.
Misses low with that one. Rachel stops that. I think we're going to call two very evenly matched teams tonight, wouldn't you say?
Definitely.
Western's 5-7 and Payson 6-8-1.
Yeah, and against the same opponents, they've kind of
Another
had
big
the same
swing from
results.
Kirby. Could be a back and forth tilt. Hopefully it is. We like fun softball games. They go by quicker than the hour games. Right?
That's how it's supposed to work.
White's 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed again by Kirby. That's Lauren's first strikeout of the evening. Brings Ella Archer to the plate, the catcher for Payson. She wears the 2-3 jersey, one that Michael Jordan made famous. And if you're a LeBron stan, you'd say, well, LeBron wears it too, and I would say I don't care.
You're a LeBron fan at heart.
As that ball's hit on a hop to Dixon, she makes a great play on it, flips to Dixon.
Double play.
Sorry, to Redeker, who then fires across to Stolte. A great 4-6-3 double play out of the Lady Wildcats. They will put Payson down, facing the minimum.
Great Rivers Bank offers a totally free checking account without a monthly minimum balance and no service fees. Share the joy of free checking with friends and family, and when they open a new account, you both earn free gifts. You can refer your friends and family now at refergreatriversbank.com. Our current gift is an Everest Journey backpack. Great Rivers Bank will buy back unused checks and debit cards up to $10 from previous accounts. For more information, visit our website at www.greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether you need just one load of rock for your driveway or many more for your farm or business, Lumley Trucking is the answer for all your rock hauling needs. Give Mark at Lumley Trucking a call at 217-473-4006.
Little new batting order out of the Lady Wildcats as we return. Reneker will bat leadoff for the first time tonight, followed by McMullen in the 2-hole. Stolte batting third. McQuay is in the cleanup spot tonight. Dixon's hitting fifth. White sixth. Woods seventh. Ava Fessler will hit for Alyssa Barres, and Macy Ocker will bat ninth. Have not seen Sophie lead off all year. She had was it a 2-run double yesterday? Did she score? Were both the runs?
I just remember her making you eat your words. That's
Well,
all I remember.
She was very, very nonchalant about my comments today. I think we both agreed that she might get defensive. She wasn't. All ears.
Good.
On the mound for the Lady Indians.
It's hard to see anything.
Yeah,
you
we got a
know.
little bit of a glare here. And I don't actually.
It's not up yet.
Yeah, still in between innings here. First pitch to Sophie. Low, ball one.
It'll pop up here in a second.
One-oh pitch to Sophie. In there for strike one on the inside half of the plate. Is that?
Hagerbomber?
Hagerbomber, you are exactly correct. Hagerbomber pitching for Payson as Sophie takes a hack at the 1-1 pitch for strike two. She falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. See if Sophie can get on for Rachel in the 2-hole. Takes that inside. And I thought I don't know if you read the Muddy River News story on, or Muddy River Sports story on our game last night with QND. Coach Orn made a couple, I thought, insightful comments. Mentioned that they realized how aggressive Western was being, and that's why they were throwing so much junk early to get Western to get ahead early. They knew Western was swinging. As Reneker lifts that one to center, but right to Fessler out there. She makes the play as she comes onto the turf from the grass.
Yeah, it's hard with the sun to see this thing, ain't it?
Yeah, very much
Really
so.
hard. I don't know what I just hit.
I think you're on Sophie's name now.
Yeah, there we go. How to bring up McMullen.
And I thought Sophie got just a little bit of that to put it to where nobody could get it. Rachel's going to take ball one upstairs. And we saw that a lot out of Western last night. First pitch swinging. Through the first two batters, they have laid off.
Maybe they read the news report as
They
well.
might have. McMullen hammers that one past the diving shortstop, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Rachel's going to trot into second with a stand-up one-out double.
Take a second look there at that hit from Rach. Actually, I think I just missed it. She's rounding second.
Brings in Brooklyn Stolte, the three-hole hitter for Western. Brooklyn's the first baseman, and she half swings one foul under Coach Reneker's legs.
And I think that was a little bit high.
That was an agile play out of him over there in the first base box.
Might have hurt himself.
Trying to walk it off.
I think I would hurt myself more trying to get out of the way.
Let
I
him
think
hit
you
ya.
just take it.
Ooh, Brooklyn wanted to, but was able to lay off on the pitch that was about 4 feet above the zone. I asked Brooklyn about 2 o'clock today. She was standing in the office. I said, Brooklyn, you come out and take some BP before the game? Why would I need to do that? As she hits one on a hop to short. No problem there at short for Kirby. She throws across the diamond to retire Stolte. McMullen will advance to third on Brooklyn's ground out.
Now to bring up the cleanup hitter, Brenly McQuay.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny out of Brooklyn, though. Taking BP, go out there and take BP. She'd mentioned she'd been outside. No, why would I do that? Well, never mind. Brenly takes that one upstairs for ball one. I don't think we've seen her in the cleanup hole yet cleanup spot yet this year, at least to my knowledge.
Definitely not recently.
Good spot for her, though. As she fouls that one back, McMullen is on third base with one out. Hard hit, 2 outs. A hard hit double out of her that got under the glove of Fessler and rolled all the way to the wall. One pitch to McQuay. Off speed, way out in front for strike 2. And another thing, I mean, you'd like to see Western maybe start doing is think right field. Think that you're going to let a ball travel and drive it to right, and then that can get you on pace with to keep up with an off-speed pitch as that's fouled out of play. Oh no, that scared me a little bit there for a second. That was actually advice was given to me by a former baseball coach today. I thought it was really insightful. Thought I'd share that, as we've seen Western have a lot of trouble all year with off-speed pitches. Think right field and adjust to the off-speed. 1-2 pitch to McQuay, bounces in, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Something that gets past the catcher Archer should lead to a run. We will see. The 2-2 pitch to McQuay is thrown by her for the first strikeout of the evening for Hagerbomber. Western records 1 hit, a double from Rachel McMullen, but score no runs. We'll head to the top of the second, knotted at 0.
I'm Chris Nichols, Managing Broker and Owner at Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 217-222-7173 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Top two. Klitz is going to lead off for Payson. Not sure where that one missed that for, ball one. One-0 pitch is fouled out of play and off the back of the school for strike one. Grace Klitz, the second baseman for Payson, wears the number 20 jersey, and she fouls that one.
Oh, into the dugout. How about the girl on deck? Just barely moved her leg, no problem. She wasn't worried.
And then everybody in the dugout didn't think it was going to get there, and it did.
Lauren made very quick work of the first inning, only 9 pitches.
Double play definitely helped. That was apologies, because I know there's going to be people that go back and listen to that. I screwed that up. It wasn't Dixon to Dixon. It was Dixon to Reneker to Stolte. As White rolls that one in.
Definitely one of the better plays we've seen on the infield
Absolutely.
all year.
And we've seen Emma the past 2 days, those little field and quick flips to
very good.
The covering shortstop. And Sophie did a great job of catching it with her foot on the base and throwing a, you never have to question how hard Sophie's going to throw the ball, but threw a rocket to Brooklyn. 2-2 pitch from White. Fouled back. We'll do it again.
I don't know what they're chanting over there.
On it.
On it.
On it.
That's what it sounded like.
I think she's on it. 2-2 pitch from White. Upstairs, the count runs full.
And if you're Lauren here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff hitter.
Not at all. Not at all.
No matter where you're at in the lineup. First time through. Keep the minimum.
Full count pitch from White. She induces a ground ball to Reneker, who was playing deep, comes up throwing across the diamond. Unable to be dug out by Brooklyn, and that's going to go down as an E6 throwing error on Sophie. And the errors from the 6th position on the field continue to begrudge Western. Nonetheless, Klitz is at first with nobody out.
Busher up.
First pitch strike to Busher. And I mean, that's just, Lauren's got to be frustrated. I mean, tough battle there with Klitz, induces I'm going to call it a routine play. Routine play to short, and we just aren't able to make
And plenty of time to get her.
Absolutely.
You know, it wasn't a rush deal.
And I almost wonder there, Brindley's used to playing short. She looked like she wanted to take the ball and held off, and I wonder if that stopped Sophie's charge a bit. Lauren's 1-1 pitch to Busher. Up and away, ball 2. And I believe Lauren's already thrown as many pitches as she did in inning number 1.
I believe you're correct.
Busher takes a hack at that for strike 2. And Lauren looks for her second strikeout victim. She struck out Kirby in the top of the first. Two-two pitch is swung on a miss. Lauren's second swing and strikeout of the evening. Good battle won there by Lauren.
Brings in the pitcher, Abby Hagerbomber.
Abby Hagerbomber. First pitch from her, or from Lauren to her. It's a swing and strike 1. Rachel throws down, and Klitz was a little late getting back, but was able to step under the tag. And we joked about it last night. Western's best defense was ball get hit to the outfield, throw home to try to get the runner, and Rachel would just throw somebody out trying to take an extra base. That ball's bounced back to the pitcher, White. She comes up throw, makes a good hard throw to Stolte at first, and she'll retire Hagerbomber 1-3. Klitz will advance to second on the ground out.
Brings up Madeline O'Dear. I'm sure that you're recognizing some of these names as well from volleyball.
Absolutely, and just Payson being
general.
20 minutes away.
Yeah. That was a ball.
That was a ball. There's some dogs in the dugout.
Got the dog pound here.
Strike one in there to O'Dear. And speaking of dogs, remind me of dogs here in between innings or half innings.
All right.
White's 1-1 pitch to O'Dear is grounded to McQuay at third. She's going to make a good hard throw across the diamond. Has absolutely no problem from over there on the 5-3 ground out. We head to the bottom of the second. Payson strands one runner on an error.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Give Devin at Gully and Heckler Insurance a call today at 217-335-2817. Let us stand between you and loss. Liberty Tax Service of Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Macomb are proud supporters of TA Productions. Give them a call today at 217-224-2300 or stop by any of their locations.
Back in the bottom of the second, Emma Dixon leads off. She was the catalyst for a beautiful 4-6-3 double play in the bottom of the top of the first. Pitch is in the turf for ball one.
You wanted to say dirt.
I did. That's going to be my new mission. Instead of bounced in the dirt, bounced in the turf, or bounced off the turf. Because nothing bounces in it, it bounces off of it. Dixon hammers that one to left. It's going to get down in front of the left fielder. That's
Hugenberg.
That's Hugenberg. Yeah, they've got a Hugenberg, a Hagerbomber, and a Hedberg.
I know it. It's tough.
Surely I'll only screw that up a couple times, but nonetheless, a leadoff single from Dixon. She hit that ball well.
And they're all long enough names that we don't get the full name.
Exactly. That was my problem
on
there.
our page here.
As White's going to bunt. She's going to have a chance to get there safely. As the throw sails into right field, White rounds the sides better against it, but Dixon's going to advance to third. Who threw that ball? Was that the pitcher?
Pitcher.
Okay, so that's an E1 that leads to Lauren getting on base and Dixon getting the third. Nonetheless, Western has the corners with nobody out.
I think Klitz was just about a half a step behind, covering first.
Yep.
When it was a decent throw from the pitcher. I think it was just a timing.
As White will take second, unimpeded.
Runner second and third, no outs.
This is one where you've got to score. You've got 7, 8, 9 up. The count is 1 ball and no strikes.
I like when you say that every once in a while, just so I can update my side.
As Woods is going to bunt. They're going to look her back. Oh.
They're going to say out at first.
Maybe see if we get
I forgot to flip the camera, of course.
I thought she was in there.
And it was pretty close. Definitely close.
Definitely close. Who fielded that bunt? Is that the pitcher again?
And we didn't score on it either.
We did not score. Hey, who fielded that bunt? Third baseman did. Is that confirmed?
Yes.
Third base. Okay. That's nonetheless, it's a 5-3 put out.
Ava Fessler first pitch.
Wow.
To
Doubles
the
off the wall. She's going to drive in both runners as Dixon scores and White's going to score as well. Ava Fessler, I think that's her first career varsity double, and that's a pretty dang good time for it.
So, and what a shot. We'll see if they utilize the pinch runner here, the flex.
I think it's spot. We'll see. Looks like they're not going to.
Looks like that's a no.
Macy Ocker into bat with a runner in scoring position. Be a great time for Macy's first RBI for her high school career. And she's going to she flares it over the head of the shortstop. They're going to hold Fessler at third base. Good decision. Macy's going to advance to second on the throw home. Good decision there out of Coach Motley. Ava had to freeze in case that ball was caught. And Macy gives a little, a flap out there, a little bird.
Is that Macy's first varsity at bat?
It was not her first at bat, but I think that's her first hit.
I'm going to go look that up.
Nope, never mind. That's going to get to the backstop. Oh, and that's an unfortunate bounce there for Western. Now they've got Ocker in a pickle. She is going to advance to third, though. Okay, so
not a lot you can do with that one. I mean, that was a perfect bounce off the concrete back to her.
That was ball one, right?
It was.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate bounce.
Outside of getting in the rundown a little bit and trying to make them make a couple throws, kind of like Macy did there, and the throw found the turf.
Pitch bounces in to Sophie. She popped out to center her first time up. More of a line out than a pop out. U2, that used to be a band, didn't it? Maybe not.
I don't really know.
2-0 pitch to Sophie. She swings and misses for strike one. Looks like a V, and that's going to bug me. That's a U. 2-1 pitch to Sophie. She could drive in the run. She'll go upstairs after that one again for strike two. Western's got 4 hits and have benefited from 1. Payson Seymour error. Counts even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Reneker's not going to be able to make contact with that 2-2 pitch, as that was out number 3. I did not even realize that. That is my fault. 10 times over. We will head to the 3rd inning. Western puts up the first 2 runs of the game on an Ava Fessler hot shot double off the wall.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
Drake's Steak and Ale in Hannibal is the ultimate destination for steak lovers, serving the best tender, juicy fillets and hearty, savory ribeyes. Our talented chefs will prepare each entree to your liking. We offer an extensive menu and a full-service bar for your enjoyment. We also offer catering service for corporate events, weddings, or intimate gatherings. Come dine with us. Our hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday, 11 to 9, and Saturday, 2 to 9.
Josie Fessler, the center fielder, leads off for the Indians. Pitch is low for ball 1, and I think Payson, Payson, if this bill does pass, it's going through the Illinois Congress. Payson will be one of these schools. It's Fessler. Little half swing at that pitch upstairs
They have to
for
change their
strike one.
mascot.
Yeah. A couple schools around here will be affected.
Pittsfield,
Pittsfield will be
Meridosha.
affected. Meridosha. Well, it's 1-1 pitch is over the head of McMullen for ball 2.
Big game getting ready to start out in Calhoun as Calhoun Carrollton.
Ooh.
That's going to be either a regional or a sectional matchup, depending on how that gets.
I would
through.
I would imagine a sectional, but it'll come down
Last
to.
year it was a sectional.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who.
But it comes down to the seeding.
It's in there for a strike 2 to Fessler.
And I believe it is. Yeah, it is at Calhoun.
At Calhoun.
So down in Hardin.
That'll be a fun one. White's 2-2 pitch gets to the backstop for ball 3. Encouraging rebound here from White after Liberty's tough showing. I mean, those were tough conditions to pitch in. The wind was howling, and
Yeah, there's a lot involved in that. You don't have school that day.
Yep,
you know as well as anybody when you're coaching. It's hard to gather the kids after they've had the day off.
And she's going to strike out Josie Fessler, her third strikeout victim of the evening. All 3 have been swinging.
And you said it earlier, but she looked really good pitching last night.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, excellent against one of the better
good Notre
teams.
Dame lineup.
I don't think that bothered her at all. Brings in Ella Bauer.
She is the designated hitter tonight for Hedberg. Strike 1 from White to Bauer. After Bauer bats, the lineup will turn back over to Hugenberg. Just low for ball 1. Barely low.
Pretty close.
Yeah, really good pitch from Lauren. You throw it there about 5 times. I'd guess 3 probably get called for strikes. 1-1 pitch. Bounces into McMullen's mitt. 3 off there. I have been saying glove. Not this time. Mitt. 2 ball, 1 strike count to Bauer. Low for ball 3.
Oh, it's starting the chant over there. What college is that in baseball?
Texas A&M.
Yeah, A&M.
Yep. Lawrence 3-1 pitch.
Oh,
I don't know where.
Swung on.
Absolutely no idea what Ella Bauer was thinking there.
She just messed the chant up.
Yep. Yes, she did. Yeah, it's Texas A&M that I think it's
Yeah.
after ball 4. White's full count pitch in the dirt, and that will be her first walk of the evening. She'll put a runner on base with the top of the lineup up to bat. And that's a thing you hate to see.
And looks like they're going to run.
Yep, they're going to take advantage of their opportunity to flex here.
Although we don't know any better, but Bauer sure looks like she could be quick.
Yeah, she sure does. But I'm going to go ahead and say Hedberg looks maybe
Yeah,
quicker.
that's what I was about to say. Hedberg looks fast.
Just
as
so
well.
happens that your flex hitter is the second fastest girl on the team. Hugenberg's up here, and she's going to pop one up. That's going to be trouble for Western. Woods charges in. It's no trouble. What do I know? I don't talk very smartly any of the time as Woods charges on and makes a pretty routine play. I thought that might fall down between Dixon and Woods. An F9 flyout for Hugenberg as she went first pitch swinging. Megan Kirby into bat. Takes ball 1 upstairs. She struck out swinging in her first plate appearance. I'm glad you weren't on there. You would have critiqued me. I said that might be trouble, and Allison made the most routine play of the season out there.
Yeah, it looked like a good play. Sorry, I had a phone call.
Ball's popped to Kirby. Ocker was way back and left. It's going to get off her glove. And we'll see if Payson can make Western pay for the error and left. Well, that's Hedberg. Actually, Hedberg back in the game will advance to second.
Brings up Ella Archer.
On the E7, Western's second error. And we're not through 3. Big chance here for Ella Archer to make Western pay. She'll take strike 1. You know, I don't mean to jinx us, but I'm just glad we don't have a wasp here tonight.
That's been good. Man, I had a bunch of them at the work today. It was not good.
White's 0-1 pitch is hammered.
Right to
Rittaker was standing in the absolute
I don't even think she
perfect
moved.
spot. She did not. I didn't know if she was going to get her glove up, but no problem for Sophie as Payson strands 2 runners on a walk and an error. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Western still leading 2-0.
Central State Bank is a proud supporter of Western Wildcat Athletics. With locations in Kinderhook, Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Quincy, and Clayton, Central State Bank is central to your banking needs. Stop in or visit us online at csb123.com. Go Wildcats! Keep your car or light truck running at its best. Head for Nomad Services at 325 Vermont in Quincy. Nomad Services Incorporated is a full-service automotive repair shop specializing in automotive and light truck repair and service. Whether it's that check engine light, an electrical problem, steering, suspension, or climate control, give them a call today at 217-430-6170 or visit Nomad Services at 325 Vermont in Quincy.
Bottom 3, Rachel McMullen will lead off. She doubled her first time up, hit one to left center on a line, and it got under the glove of Josie Fessler out there in center.
I need her to hit another good. I need another good hit out of her so I can get the replay right this time. I botched it last time because I saved it too late.
Feels like throughout this year we really haven't seen Rachel lead off innings very often.
Yeah, just the way it's happened.
You're right. It's just the way it's fallen. First pitch to Rachel, up and in for ball 1. And so we did get confirmation that this game was moved up because everybody was so anxious about the NFL draft. I know we signed off the air with that last night. So I'm
hoping the Bears make a couple trades.
Well,
get up in there.
Your Bears are thinking about trading up with my Jaguars
That's
to
what I'm
pick
hearing
5
too.
to take a running back. Do that, please. Come up and get them.
Yeah, because you guys won't. You're just going to waste them anyway.
Well, whatever we pick. Come back to that after Rachel gets hit by that one.
I don't know that we've seen Rach get beamed all year.
No,
either.
I really don't think so. Payson said, we're tired of you getting on base via hit, so here we're going to hit you to get on base.
We're going to make you pay.
Luckily, it was an off-speed pitch and just kind of bounced off of her.
Now to bring up Stolte.
I think we'll see. We'll see Cam Ward go 1. We'll see Travis Hunter go 2. Abdul Carter 3. And then that's really when the draft starts.
What do the Jaguars need this year, Reese?
Everything but a quarterback and a wide receiver 1, as that pitch is inside to Brooklyn.
They need everything.
Trevor Lawrence is a very good quarterback. Brian Thomas Jr. is a very good receiver.
So what you're saying is
What I'm saying is
you're
on
a 10-year plan.
No, we're going to win the Super Bowl within the next year or 2. Pitch is inside to Stolte for ball 2. I've come down to either a trade down, Ashton Genty, the running back, or Mason Graham, the defensive tackle. I will be thrilled with any of the 3 options. If they do anything else, I'll trust the GM. Brooklyn takes that upstairs.
He's been so successful here.
Well,
lately.
he's brand new. He's 32 years old, youngest general manager in professional sports history.
That could be you. Instead, you're here.
Got 8 years to get there.
And you're working at the wrong place. I'm not sure Western English teacher on the resume gets you a GM job.
Well, it's quite the pipeline as Brooklyn's going to walk to first. And I'm sure our 18 viewers are saying, you guys just talked about the NFL draft for an entire at-bat.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 straight balls.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty easy.
Ball 4.
How about McQuay now? She'll step in, take a strike.
Brindley's back without her batting gloves on.
Have you asked her about that yet?
No, I will.
You're
Got to remember to
scared?
do that tomorrow. Brindley's currently got a saying that I'm not able to repeat off the top of my head, but it's from a TikTok, and it is the top 10 Italian brain rot phrases. So, maybe after the game, if it's a successful game, she'll repeat a couple of them to you because I've heard them so many times. She fouls off that 1-1 pitch. And, I mean, it's about what you would expect, about 1 minute and 30 seconds of a guy speaking Italian, random phrases. I think her favorite's something that means crocodile airplane. She's only said it 400 times today. The 1-2 pitch to Brindley. It's foul back again.
That one's right off the camera.
I like to see her get her hands moving a little earlier.
Appears the camera's okay.
Okay.
Might have shifted a touch. It's hard to see third base.
We said that was going to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
Let's call Tyler.
Yeah, where's he at?
The 1-2 pitch to McQuay is bounced to third. Stepped on third by Busher for out one. That's going to be a fielder's choice on an unassisted ground out to third.
She almost didn't make it.
No, she
Rach
didn't. Well, she
almost
kind
beat her.
of looked up and didn't know where she was on the field, it looked like.
That'll be one out. Dixon up to bat.
And Dixon skies one to left, about the same thing she did last time. That ball's going to carry all the way back to the fence and off the fence out there. It's going to score Stolte from second. McQuay will stay at second. She had to freeze as it was.
I think everybody thought it was going to be caught.
I actually thought it was
Brooklyn was holding up as well. She was about right there at the shortstop when that ball hit the fence. Man, Dixon just misses that.
Just missed a little bit of
about 2.5 feet.
A little bit of wind out the left, and that ball was gone. But it's a RBI single off the wall. You don't always get to call those. Dixon's hit 2 balls real well today. That first pitch to Lauren White was a ball. And she hammers one off the glove of the shortstop, Kirby, but kept in front of her. Great play from Kirby. That would have scored McQuay. But she keeps it on the infield. Keeps the score 3-0. It was a line drive single from Lauren.
Only one out. It'll be Allison Woods stepping in.
Big chance here for Allison. She bunted her first time up with runners on second and third. She swings and misses at strike one. Good to see Western put up 3 here in less than 3 innings. They've got a chance to add to it, and this is one where you've got to take advantage. She takes strike 2. You saw that in the bottom of the second. Western had second and third with nobody out and did not score. Big spot here for Allison. Ava Fessler's on deck. She drove in the first 2 Western runs. The 0-2 pitch is swung at and missed on a pitch upstairs for the 3rd strikeout of the evening for Hagerbomber. All these HA names are really, that's why I struggled with that call to left, because I didn't know who it was. Turned out to be Hedberg out there.
No. Hugenberg.
What?
Hugenberg's in left.
Oh, yeah, I got Hedberg in right. That's, of course, one place left and one place right.
The corners, yeah. First pitch in there is a ball 1 to Fessler.
The 1-0 pitch to Ava. She hits it in the air to Fessler in center, who charges on. She's under it, and Western will be retired. Western scores 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch. We head to the 4th inning, Western leading Payson 4-0.
Hi, I'm JR. This is Tiger Hawk.
From phone to email to covering your IT department, Tiger Hawk is here to fulfill Quincy's IT needs. In a digitally evolving world, your IT and security must be top of mind. Tiger Hawk is here to prioritize and manage these spaces for you. But don't take my word for it.
Tiger Hawk Technologies to me means our IT is taken care of and we have peace of mind sleeping at night. The one thing I love about Tiger Hawk is I can get a hold of somebody 24/7, 365 and get our problem solved immediately.
Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? Megan Wilson, your local agent with Hometown Real Estate and Pioneer Land Sales, can help. Call her today at 217-257-9401.
Grace Klitz, the cleanup hitter for the Lady Indians. She pops that one up. Stolte can't get there. That was a really tough play because she had room, but it was where the fence jutted out.
Yeah. If she would have taken Alyssa's approach the other day, she'd have had it.
Run through the wall. Yeah, it was almost past the first fence where the two.
Yeah, kind of where the steps come down.
Yeah, overlap. Good pitch from Lauren. Threw it right by Klitz for strike 2.
Lauren's been working ahead in the counts today.
Other than that runner that got to second, it's been a pretty stress-free evening for Lauren through 3. Ooh, fouled off Rachel's chest protector. But that's why it's called a chest protector. Count is 0 balls and 2 strikes to Grace Klitz, the cleanup hitter. White's pitch up and away for ball 1. Lauren gets her call. Wind up and pitch is popped out of play. We'll do another 1-2 count.
We haven't run up against a lot of high schools that are doing cheers and chants as much.
Have not at all. I can't.
No. I mean, we get a little bit of noise every once in a while. But these are coordinated. Inside.
Just inside.
And Tom liked that one. He was asking the ump to ring her up.
Did not miss by much. White's going to throw a 2-2 pitch. Bounced up the middle, took a weird hop, and gets to bar eyes in center. That will be a leadoff single for Grace Klitz.
And just like that, you maybe don't get a call, or maybe it was the right call. We don't really know. But
that was on that hit, too. That was, I don't think Emma had a chance at it, but took a wonky hop off the back of the circle and kind of jetted up in the air and got to center. Emma made a diving attempt at it, but
yeah, the chalk line back there got it.
It's like in basketball, don't trip on the lines.
Yeah. And how many times does that happen? I mean, it just happens.
I've got a kid that's about 6'3", moppy blonde hair that trips on him every other day. White's 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss. That first strike was a fouled bunt. And White's ahead 0-2 on Busher. And that's elevated. Sophie broke it initially. Alyssa charges on. It's going to drop right between the two of them. Good throw. He's out at second. Great call from field umpire Bryson Berg. Got her by half a step. She had to pause to see if the ball would be caught. And when she began to run, it was too late. Good job by Alyssa to come up firing there and Emma to be there covering. And that'll be just the routine 8-4 put out.
But you haven't
sorry,
scored any of
an
those.
FC 8-4. No, I have not.
Abby Hagerbomber, the pitcher, steps in. What'd she do last time up?
Her first time up, she grounded out back to Lauren. I believe that might have been a bunt. That was a bunt attempt,
Yep.
It was a first pitch ball. Nope, it's grounded up the middle. It's going to get to Bar Eyes in center, who's been a busy bumblebee this inning. And that will be a single.
Payson racking up the hits here in the top of the fourth. What's that, their third hit of the inning?
Second, because that was a fielder's choice.
Yeah, second hit.
A weird fielder's choice, but a fielder's choice nonetheless.
And we'll get the DP flex. We'll alternate out there on the base pad. Oh, no, that's going to be a pitch right for the pitcher.
Courtesy, courtesy runner for the pitcher. Which again, Hagerbomber looks like she'd be fast.
Yeah.
Payson's girls, they all either seem they're really tall or really short. There's no in between. It's going to be a wild pitch from White that gets to the backstop. And Payson's in business with one out. And Madeline O'Dear at the plate. Red 3-4-5, says the.
That's the call. If this one's like a home run, then that's a good call.
Instead, it's to take strike one.
That was the pitch for it.
Blue 8-6-1 this time. And more than likely, most of these calls are absolutely nothing just to mess with the
probably
Western defense, as O'Dear takes a Healthy hack.
Falls behind 1-2.
Josie Fessler's on deck. She struck out her first time up. White's 1-2 pitch. Inside for ball 2. And I don't hate that call. Home plate umpire's been pretty consistent with not giving the inside pitch. If you're gonna not call it, you gotta be consistent. And I think that's fair. 2-2 pitch is swung on a miss. Lauren says, I'll do it myself then. Her 4th strikeout of the evening, and they've all been swinging. And I think that's the big complaint you see a lot of times with teams and umpires is inconsistency. If you're going to be consistent calling, I mean, we saw that last night in Notre Dame, calling that pitch a couple inches off the plate in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. I mean, if you're going to be consistent with calling that, we can live with that. But it's when you call it one time and then you don't call it the next 3 times, then you call it again. Josie Fessler takes ball 1. Good job by Rachel to lunge at that one. I'm sure Payson will be moving on anything that gets past Rachel as they'll try to score with 2 outs. Anything to the outfield, I would reckon, will score 2 runs and make it a 1-run ball game. Lauren's 1-1 pitch taken upstairs by Fessler. If Fessler's able to reach base, Bauer, the flex, will bat. And that's going to be blooped to center. It's going to score 1 run. The second runner, Hagerbomber, is held at third base. And Payson will have second and third again with 2 outs. As 1 run scores, Busher on that, and Hagerbomber stops at third. On the 2-out RBI single. And then Fessler advanced to second on that play.
We've seen just a handful of little bloop singles. I mean, obviously the one was a fielder's choice.
Sure.
But we've had 2 or 3 of those just almost land at the back end of the turf. Kind of in no man's land.
You are exactly
Might
correct.
find the bus. It did.
That's Payson's first run of the evening here as they'll look to tie the game. Josie Fessler, you could tell moving around the bases there, she's very fast. Anything here to center will score. And I'm a little surprised Hagerbomber didn't score. She didn't move off contact like she should as Bauer kind of slipped on that swing on the turf. Looks like she's just wearing tennis shoes, no special turf shoes.
Again, Lauren's ahead 0-2.
Big spot here. Bauer reaches the lineup card, will turn over for the 3rd time. Upstairs, good snag by Rachel to hold Hagerbomber at third. And that's not Hagerbomber, that's actually the pinch runner.
At third?
Now that I think about it, or the courtesy runner,
The courtesy, yes.
White's 1-2 pitch is off speed, strikes out Bauer, and Payson's going to strand second and third with 2 outs. They do score 1 run to make it a 3-1 Western lead.
Barry Dental Care is the answer to all your dental needs. From fillings to root canals or denture work, they have you taken care of. They also offer orthodontic work. Give them a call today at 217-335-2397 to schedule your appointment.
Are you in the market for a new home but can't find what you want? A&D Builders has been designing and building custom homes since 2004. They are also your local installer for in-ground pools. Give them a call today at 217-440-5930 for all your building needs.
Macy Ocker leads off the bottom of the 4th for Western.
She had a big hitter last time up.
Is that a single?
Yeah.
I didn't circle it on my sheet.
It was.
That was a first pitch strike to Ocker. which means that Western had 3 hits that inning, not 2. Silly eye. Ocker lays off that pitch upstairs for ball 1.
That's the worst looking 3 I've ever seen.
I don't want to hear it. Wait till you see my 8 up top. Pitch is inside for ball 2. And again, that pitch has not been given all night. I heard a woo from the Payson dugout.
Yeah.
Two-one pitch here to Otker. In there, right down Broadway for a strike. You're never going to believe this. I'm writing in the wrong column.
I actually will believe that.
Well, hopefully Macy doesn't bat in the 5th, or we'll have problems. Otker lays off a pitch upstairs for ball 3. Count has a run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes because, duh, they couldn't be full if it wasn't 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hager Bomber's full count pitch is popped straight up. That's going to be me. No, it's not going to be me. Stays in play. Dang it.
I thought it was going to catch the
I
top
was
angle.
too. I was ready under it. Did that ball get caught? I actually didn't know.
It did not. Actually, I think third baseman had a chance at it, but she ran into
She might have heard
Sophie
me saying,
here on
that's
deck.
me.
Well, Mace stays alive.
Another full count pitch from Hager Bomber. Otker skies another one to the second baseman, Klitsch. She has no problem. Looks like a 8-year season professional under that one for out number 1 on the F4. My pen's running out of ink here. Probably all the scribbles I've had to make. And we'll see if it can last. Lineup card turns back over. Sophie Reneker comes up and takes ball 1 upstairs. I got to come up with something other than upstairs. Up top, heaven, north, Alaska, Canada, something. The North Pole. And Sophie swings and misses at that pitch for strike 1. Sophie's first at bat, she flew out the center, and her second at bat struck out to end the bottom of the 2nd. Takes strike 2.
That was a good-looking pitch in there to Soph.
It sure was. Hager Bomber's really settled in. I mean, she's given up some hits, but she's done a pretty good job with runners on base. The 1-2 pitch to Reneker is popped up right to the catcher, Archer, who's unable to come up with it. And Sophie's going to get another life.
That's a tough one.
Oh. Accidentally stabbed myself with my pen.
And down in Calhoun, the Warriors have taken a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd over undefeated Carrollton. They are number 1 in the state.
1-2 pitch to Sophie, popped again. That's going to get out of play.
Just barely, too. Carrollton 17-0 on the season, and they are behind 2-0.
So that's the number 1 ranked team in 1A?
Yeah, in the state.
Not too shabby.
They knocked off Q&D earlier this week, 4-1.
Another 1-2 pitch to Reneker.
Oh, she tried to ring her up there.
Pump fake.
Yeah, it'll be 2-2 now.
The old pump fake, ball 2.
Bryson's laughing.
Sophie, in her second life, is going to make Payson pay and flares it to center. Again, we talked about it earlier, all these little flares over the infield's head and in front of the outfield.
That one was kind of a jam shot, it looked like.
Sure
Just
was.
Popped it up and over.
And as much as Payson's probably frustrated with not getting that strike 3 call, they did drop a foul ball that could have retired Sophie.
Yeah, for sure. And then, honestly, that foul ball should have been the first baseman. That's a tough play for the catcher.
Yeah, she had a lot of ground to cover to get there. Rachel takes that one at her knees. Quite literally, at her knees. She had to throw the knees back and out of the way. Sophie's the 1-out base runner at first. Love runners being on for Rachel. Taken upstairs for ball 1. Sophie says, come on, throw down. Or ball 2. That was taken for ball 2. Apologies. 2-0 pitch to Rachel. Is Sky. This might be a tough play here. No, it's not, as Fessler makes it.
And that's one of those where if that hits the ground, Sophie's out at second. Yep. There's no other way around it.
And I mean, that one was caught because it had more airtime under it. But again, it was one of those just over the infield's head and in front of the outfield.
Good play out there for the center fielder. Brings up Stolte. What's she done in her first 2 appearances?
She is grounded out to short and walked. And she scored the run on the walk. Takes ball 1 at her ankles. Sophie gets the throw down and is back in time.
2 outs, do you start Sophie?
I do
do you
run,
steal
yes,
here?
I do run.
I do too.
Yep, I run. We really haven't seen Western
Brooklyn can always
run much at
bat
all this
again.
year.
Oh, that hit.
Hammers it.
Right back at the
That was off the sweet spot on the barrel. Couldn't have been hit better. Brooklyn's 2-out single puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs and Brindley McQuay up.
That's a scary one if you're the pitcher.
Absolutely.
Right back at you.
Probably Brooklyn's hardest hit ball of the year. Sort of reminiscent of Bunty's, Caitlin Bunty's liner back up the middle. Brindley an opportunity with 2 outs. She fouls the first pitch off the top of the backstop. And Brindley could open this game up here. A 3-run lead would feel a lot better than 2. A 5-run lead would feel like heaven. A 1 pitch to McQuay. Taken for ball 1. Brindley struck out swinging her first time up and then reached on a fielder's choice unassisted 5 putout. 1-1 pitch to Brindley. Foul back again. And Brindley looks like she's just getting a late start on these pitches. Get the hands through the zone early. A 1-2 pitch to Brindley is off speed again. She's going to strike out swinging for the second time tonight. Western records 2 hits, but will not score any runs as we're going to head to the 5th inning. Western leading Payson 3-1.
Lister Auction Service does estate, consignment, and real estate auctions. Contact Bob or Megan today for all your auction needs.
Top of the lineup bats as Hugenberg takes ball 1. Hugenberg singled in the first and popped out to right in the third. And she hits that one, a slow roller up the middle past a diving Dixon for another leadoff single for Hugenberg.
I think, that's a reaction. I think that Lauren thought that one was coming off the bat a lot stronger than it was.
And how can you blame her after?
How can you? Absolutely. It's my least favorite thing when a ball gets hit back at the pitcher like that. Might be because my kid pitches.
Leadoff runner on for Megan Kirby. She pops that foul. And just toying with the idea as Payson records their 5th hit. Do we see Sophie tonight, maybe?
She's definitely warmed up, I can say that.
Was she warming up in between innings? I kind of
no,
like that.
not between innings. No, but before the game.
I do like that between with mixing between pitchers.
Yeah, and I think you see that most times with good teams. There are some dominating games, and there's other games where you have to mix the pitchers.
And then, of course, you can always go back to the starter if the thing isn't working out with the reliever.
Yeah.
Upstairs, McMullen double clutches, throws down. She's under the tag. Good call
and
again.
That was a great call from Bryson.
Bryson's really, really, really good at his job. And it's not just because he's a good friend of mine, but he is very good at his job. He takes umpiring very seriously, puts a lot of work in with it, does a game just about every day, Monday through Sunday, including some summer league games, and you can see his craft paying off out there in the field.
What do you got for a count? 3-1?
I've got 3-1.
Yeah.
White's 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. And Payson is in business with first and second and nobody out here in the top of the 5th.
Well, down in Calhoun, Carrollton has plated 2 runners in the top of the 3rd, and they've got 2 on with 1 out there. Making it interesting, to say the least.
What inning did you say it was?
Top of the 3rd.
Top of the 3rd.
Runners on 2nd and 3rd right now. We got a little bit of a break. We're going to see a pitching change. It'll be Sophie Reneker. We'll be back with you here in just a minute. Today's broadcast brought to you by Drake's Steak and Ale, Great Rivers Bank, and Nomad Services Incorporated.
Western's pitching change. We'll see Sophie Reneker come from short to the circle. Alyssa Barres moves from center to short, and Lauren White, who exited the game as the pitcher, moves to center field. Yeah. Sophie's first pitch goes to the backstop, and the tying runs at second base with nobody out.
Getting all my changes made over here. I believe I've got it.
This is Ella Archer, the catcher for Payson.
Good athlete. We talk about her in every other sport.
Good pitch out of Sophie.
That one's going to be low. Ball 2.
Ball 2.
Cleanup hitter on deck. Really hate to see Archer get on here.
Sure do. And Archer grounded into that double play and then lined out to short. She's hit 2 balls very hard. She shows the bunt, bunts it foul. I hate that if you're Payson.
Yeah, especially for the 3-hole hitter. Yep. You got a 2-0 count.
Hate that. That might be a blessing in disguise for Payson. That ball was bunted foul. No knock on Archer, but we saw it in the double play. She just isn't fast, and that's absolutely no knock on her. Her strength is in the box, not on the base paths. And 2-1 pitch to Archer. She shows bunt again. That's going to roll to the backstop. It dies in the dirt behind the turf. Payson has made it a one-run ball game. And Western has nobody to blame but themselves that they're only up a run. They have left 7 runners on, including second and third with nobody out, and they stranded the bases loaded. Archer shows bunt again.
With a 3-1 count, that one, was that a strike or was that low?
That was a low for ball 4, but she offered at it. Yeah, that's just
And you know what? At the same time, you have no outs and you're trying to play small ball. They just need the tying run.
Yep,
so I see both sides.
I like she's hitting third for a reason.
Yep,
3-2
you're
pitch,
absolutely
and
right.
she
swings at ball 4.
Yep.
And that's kind of what you get forced into a little bit there.
So that's Sophie's first strikeout.
Yeah, draw your...
My little squiggly line?
Yeah, your little squiggly. You got any final stats there on Lauren?
I can give them to you here in just a second.
I know she completed 4 innings.
Yeah, she completed 4. She went 4 and change. I'll get back to that after this. First pitch to Klitz, who shows bunt, bounces off the foot.
And we've got a tie ball game here.
Gets away.
As Payson plates another one, and both of those runs are Lauren's.
Yes. So we'll get you just some final stats now as her run scores. So that is 3 runs given up by White, all earned, as it's dinked up the middle for a single. So Lauren struck out 5, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. Her defense made 2 errors behind her, and she stranded 5 runners. Nonetheless, it's a brand new ball game. The decision will not be in Lauren's hands unless she comes back to the circle. Another bunt shown by Payson. They're committed to getting a bunt down.
That's Bryn Busher.
And it seemed like Western was in full control, 3-0. They had the bases loaded with, I believe it was less than 2 outs. They did not score, and all of a sudden it's 3-3, and Payson's still looking to add more. Payson's just, they're well-rounded team here.
And that's going to be a wild pitch from Soph. Runner will move up to second.
That is Sophie's 4th wild pitch through 3 batters.
And we got a 1-1 count here on Busher.
And I know you just brought her in, but this might be a time here where you go out and talk to her and tell Sophie to calm down.
You get a mound visit. It's always tough coming in the middle of the inning, too.
Absolutely.
It's nice to warm up in between and know you're coming out and you're pitching. And good pitch from Soph. And I think that's another thing that you see with good teams is they do this a lot. They change pitchers a lot
to where
the
their
girls are comfortable with it. They know it.
Sophie's 1-2 pitch is hit out to left field. It's going to go to Otker. They're going to send her home, though. Throw goes off the top of Barai's glove. Busher is going to advance to second.
Ooh,
good little pick there by Dixon.
Good snag. If not, Busher would have been down at third minimum.
And that'll be an RBI single for Bryn Busher. Brings in Hagerbomber, the pitcher. Sophie's first pitch to her is low for ball 1.
Well, Wildcats are going to have a little work to do here in the bottom of the 5th.
Sure will. And as we said, Hagerbomber's really, I mean, she's given up 8 hits, but only given up 3 runs. She does a great job with runners on. She has a chance to help herself here. 1-0 pitch to her is away for ball 2. Payson looks to add to what's already been a 3-run top of the 5th, as they've only sent 6 girls to the plate, Hagerbomber being number 6.
Well, down in Hardin, Carrollton scored 5 in the top of the 3rd to take a 5-3 lead.
Shows why they're number 1 in 1A and 18-0.
Yeah. And we're going to get a little conference here with Hagerbomber.
I can hear, we know his name here, Payson's coach? Top of our head.
I will know.
I can tell you what he's saying. Don't swing at this pitch. Sophie's having trouble finding the zone.
Yeah, take one here.
Joe Fessler. No,
Joe Fessler.
he's out at first. That's Joe at first, I think.
That's ball 4. And Western is in some trouble.
Yeah, Joe's at first. So it's either going to be Daniel Kirby or Greg Busher. One of the two. One's in the dugout, one's on third.
That looks like a Dan Kirby.
All right. We'll go with that. And we're barking in the dugout.
They do sound like real dogs. I'll give them that.
Payson with runners on first and second. 1 out.
Not on O'Deer to bat. Ball 1 from Sophie. Oh, they go for some reason.
And they've got her in a rundown.
Not throw to first. Not throw to second. Not throw to second. Diving.
Got her there.
They get her. They get her on the 2-5-4 double play. Payson runs themselves out of first and second with 1 out. And we'll think back to that one if Western's able to come back and win that game. Wow, good play out of Western there. Did we have a replay on that one?
I did not save it.
No, that's
as I was too busy watching.
I can't fault you there. Working into the bottom of the 5th. Western now trails Payson 4-3.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
The Place offers Lotus drinks, hand-dipped ice creams, milkshakes, and much more. They are located on the corner of Mortimer and Decatur Street in Barrie. TA Productions would like to thank Bushmeyer Farms, Milky's Place, Western Collision Center, The Puppy Parlor, and Tacos Tequila for being sponsors of today's broadcast.
Dixon, the leadoff hitter for Western in the bottom of the 5th. She has made contact with 2 hard-hit softballs.
Payson scored 3 there in the top of the 5th to take the lead.
She'll ground that one to the shortstop. Good throw across the diamond from Kirby for out uno.
And it's going to bring up Lauren White. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Through 3 at-bats, Dixon's seen 4 pitches. It's worked out for her for the most part, though. She's 2 for 3, including 1 off the base of the wall. Brings in Lauren White. She's in center field now. First pitch to her. Upstairs. Ball Juan. Looks like Floyd's made his way up there to his normal spot. As has Terry Beard.
Yeah. Terry was probably at home watching, as he doesn't really work.
Terry doesn't do anything.
Not at all. Every time I call him, he's available.
Well, it's either he's not doing anything or he's eating at Milky's. There's really no in between.
And every time I'm at Milky's, which isn't very often, he's there.
He's there every time. And I used to be there quite often, and he was always there.
Yep.
1-1 pitch to White.
That looked pretty good. Maybe on the outside edge. Strike 2.
A big spot here for Payson to come out and put up a 0 here. Hager bomber, and after that big 3-run inning, they had to get right back to batting. Oh, White just holds back on that pitch in the dirt. I mean, if you're Payson here, you want to get back to bat as quickly as you can and give Sophie very little time to really even adjust.
Absolutely.
White has worked a full count on a pitch taken north of the zone.
Hager Bomber's been effective today. She's given up some good hits, but she's only 73 pitches in.
She's let her defense work. White's going to swing and miss. She gets a late start on strike 3 for the second out.
That'll bring up Allison Woods.
That is only Hager Bomber's 4th strikeout.
Like you say, her defense has overall played pretty well.
Absolutely, and they've had to make some tough plays.
Payson's got 1 error on the day. Western with 2.
Ball 1 to Woods, low.
Maybe it's a good time to recap the St. Louis Cardinals season.
Again, this is high school softball. I think the Cardinals are off today.
I think so.
God.
Almost everybody's off today. It's going to be a boring night.
As Woods grounds one up the middle for a 2-out single, she'll give Ava Fessler a chance.
I would like to see on the first pitch to Ava, she take it and Woods steal second. Put her in scoring position here. You got speed. We haven't seen Archer really have to make a throw back there. We've seen her throw down to first a couple times. It's been okay, but it's maybe not a McMullen type throw.
We've become a little spoiled with those.
We have.
Fessler takes ball 1. And I know that took a lot out of Ava. She loves the first pitch swing.
Yes, she does.
She holds that bat high above her head.
And I mean, you know, we talked about it in the pregame ahead of time, off the air, obviously, but you get a runner like Allison on base. She needs to be standing on third.
Yep. I mean, there's no reason
she has
here.
to score.
Ball 2, taken upstairs. Macy Ocker on deck. She has singled and popped out to second.
I mean, if we come up with against a team that consistently throws out an Allison or a Lauren or Alyssa or Sophie.
As that's little flared pop-up to the second baseman, Ella Archer, for out number 3. Western records 1 hit. That was Allison Woods with a single to center. She'll be stranded at first base. We'll head to the 6th. Payson leading Western 4-3.
Central State Bank is a proud supporter of Western Wildcat Athletics. With locations in Kinderhook, Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Quincy, and Clayton, Central State Bank is central to your banking needs. Stop in or visit us online at csb123.com. Go Wildcats!
Madeline Nadir is going to get to start the top of the 6th. She was also the last batter. But if you recall, she took ball 2 off the turf. Rachel kept it in front of her, threw down to third. Payson got caught not knowing if they wanted to take third and second. Brindley tagged the runner out at third, threw it to Dixon at second, where Dixon tagged out the runner between first and second for the good old-fashioned 2-5-3 double play. And it got Western out of a jam. Counts now in favor of Sophie at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sophie relieved Lauren in the top of the 5th. She inherited Lauren's runners at first and second. And after that, she went strikeout, single, single, walk, and then that double play as O'Deer hits one on the line to Ocker. Gets under her legs and gets all the way to the wall. Madeline O'Deer is going to stop at second on a
E7.
E7.
We will see how that's officially scored. That would be my scoring. And it was officially scored an error. And that's a tough one. That one's going to hit the ground.
Yep.
You know, Macy could have played that off of a hop. She could have, you know, that's tough.
I hate to say it, well, I kind of like to say it. Western's best advantage here might be Payson's just insistence to bunt. I mean, they're having no problem hitting the ball, but they are dead set on laying a bunt down. And they've now probably offered it 5 or 6 and have come up empty. One shot again by Fessler. It goes foul, and Sophie's ahead.
0-2.
0-2.
Yeah, I don't like the bunt choice.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't like it for 2 reasons. 1, your girls are hitting the ball, and 2, the pitcher at this moment, Sophie doesn't have the best command, so you're almost helping her out. And then
come back, and she's going to strike you out probably.
Oh, I like that.
We hope. That's my call.
She'll look for her second strikeout.
Our camera has jiggled again. That backstop here at Western is, I need to bring some wire and wire it back to the pole because it has bulged out so far.
Sophie's 0-2 pitch popped up. Lauren White in center now has zilch, zero, zelp problem about it. Yes, Fessler flies out to center. She's 1 for 3 on the night.
We're going to get a pinch hitter here. Number 18.
It's a left-handed hitter, too.
You got her in your lineup card?
I do not.
That'll be Tori Hugenberg.
Great. Another Hugenberg.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Payson's messing with us at this point.
Who is she batting for?
She's batting for the flex, Bauer.
In the 8 spot?
The 9 spot.
Okay.
Tori Hugenberg. She hits from the left side with no batting glove. Sophie's first pitch to her. She's a... You will never guess what she showed.
Yeah. She showed bunt, went right up and over the backstop. David Stolte had a chance to make the play, and he bobbled it.
He's got those hands they're still dry from all that Arizona heat this winter.
No kidding.
0-1 pitch to Hugenberg. Again
She did
shows
not pull
bunt.
back.
It's going to work out for Payson, I guess. Their insistence pays off eventually.
I guess. We got an 0-2 count here on Tori.
Could you help me out with Bauer's number, who was originally hitting in the spot? I never wrote that down.
I can.
They didn't have it in their score sheet. Sophie's 0-2 pitch here.
I'm here for you.
Away. Ball 1. I mean, it's not like it matters. I just, for the sake of my scorecard, I like it looking pretty.
That keeps me busy.
Sophie's 1-2 pitch to Hugenberg. Taken outside for ball number 2.
All right, who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Bauer, who is
Ellie
originally.
Bauer, number 2.
Number 2. You know the worst part? I watched her bat twice and never wrote down her number. Swung at and missed by the pinch hitter Hugenberg. Sophie's got a chance to get out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, we'll take a second look at that on the Sullivan Auctioneer instant replay. Another strikeout for Reneker.
Now, I'm guessing this is going to be Hugenberg's sister, Tori Hugenberg's sister here.
No, ask
Samantha
Gav, she knows him.
Hugenberg. She looks a little preoccupied. Rachel does a good job to keep that one within playing distance. After these sisters, that pinch hitter, they are. We have confirmation. Tori and Samantha are sisters. Samantha's got a chance to pick up her sister after she struck out swinging.
One thing I'll give Af, she may not know a lot of stuff, but she knows a lot of people.
And
Don't tell her I
you
said
got
that.
a dirty look. She said what? Big swing out of Hugenberg on the 1-0 pitch. I mean, look at Asher over there. He's done.
He's just living the dream, one day at a time.
Long day of pre-K. Can you blame him?
Yeah. I'd be tired too.
1-1 pitch. Swung at and missed by Hugenberg. This is Hugenberg's 4th time batting so far. She singled, blown out to right, and singled again. 2 for 3 on the evening. I'd love to see her 2 for 4 with a K.
Backwards K.
Backwards K? Sophie's got a knack for those. Here's Sophie's 1-2 pitch. It just held up on by Hugenberg to push the count even. Hugenberg
2-2 count,
is
2
the left
outs.
fielder. Pitch from Sophie. Hit to right. Woods breaks on it. She makes the catch for out number 3. Good play out of her as that ball kind of tailed away, but she was under it for out number 3. Western heads to the bottom of the 6th with the top of the lineup due up. 9-1-2, that is.
Great Rivers Bank offers a totally free checking account without a monthly minimum balance and no service fees. Share the joy of free checking with friends and family, and when they open a new account, you both earn free gifts. You can refer your friends and family now at refergreatriversbank.com. Our current gift is an Everest Journey backpack. Great Rivers Bank will buy back unused checks and debit cards, up to $10 from previous accounts. For more information, visit our website at www.greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether you need just one load of rock for your driveway or many more for your farm or business, Lumley Trucking is the answer for all your rock hauling needs. Give Mark at Lumley Trucking a call at 217-473-4006.
The 9-hole hitter, Macy Ocker, leads off for Western. I think I said top of the lineup. Well, it's top of the lineup after Macy, 9-1-2. Ball one away. Macy's 1 for 2 on the evening, singled and popped out to second.
I think I'm going to wire that fence up over the weekend. It's a good project.
It's a project for the weekend. That's fouled over our head.
And right into Kendra. And
Kendra's got to be able to make that play.
Carson Bockham had a chance to make that
somebody's
play.
Got to make that play back there. Unbelievable.
And he didn't even flinch.
I mean, yeah. Kendra's saying her kick was good enough.
But I'm thinking that's Carson's duty. You're sitting by your girlfriend's mom. You know, you have a chance.
Oh, Macy skies that one between short and center. Josie Fessler comes on to make the play. As you saw the shortstop Kirby there kind of laughing afterwards. She thought she was going to get run over by Josie Fessler. And Josie Fessler looks like she might weigh 120 pounds soaking wet, so it might not have been too bad of a collision.
Probably would have been okay. Reneker steps in. Need a big hit out of Soph right here.
She's due.
That
okay, here we go. Again. Come on, Carson. Oh, just can't make it. That's 0 for 2. Kendra's gone.
Yeah.
She just left.
She was turning into the ball.
0 for 2. If there's a third one hit back here, I'm really going to start wondering what's going on. Next pitch to Sophie. Hit on the ground. This is going to be a really tough play here in the hole for Kirby. She comes up throwing. Not in time. That's just a tough play from Kirby. Sophie hit that in a spot to where Sophie's not slow by any means. She was never going to get thrown out.
Yeah, she just beat that out by about a half a step.
It's a good play from Kirby, though. Quick exchange. And I like this. Rachel up with a runner on.
A meeting at the mound. We're going to step away and be back with you here in just a second. Today's broadcast brought to you by Drake's Steak and Ale, Great Rivers Bank, and Nomad Services Incorporated.
Rachel McMullen up, runner on first. She's first pitch swinging. Alex Connor has a chance but can't make the play.
Yeah, it was over his head. And he had something in his hand, a popcorn or something. I don't know what he had in his hand, but he dropped it.
If you know Alex, you know he wasn't too concerned about it. Here comes an 0-1 pitch to Rachel. Off speed, and Rachel's way out in front. Right back to Hagerbomber for out number 2. That's a little big out.
Yeah, Payson really escaped one there.
Brooklyn's going to have to pick up Rachel here. Don't see that happen all too often.
Top of the 5th inning down in Calhoun. Carrollton still leads 5-3. Calhoun had two runners on with one out in the bottom of the 4th and could not plate one.
It's a swing and strike at a high pitch. Sorry, you said the score. I was kind of thinking
5-3.
5-3.
Still
what
a
inning?
2-run game. Top of the 5th.
The 5th. And Stolte hits that one on the ground to second. Good play there at second from Klitz for out number 3. Western is in a whole lot of trouble as they strand a Reneker on one hit. We will head to the top of the 7th. Payson leads Western 4-3 They will have 2, 3, 4 due up.
I'm Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner at Ridgeline Sales Group LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time home buyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 217-222-7173 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Top 7. Megan Kirby, the shortstop, leading off. She swings hard at strike 1. Kirby has struck out, reached on an air, and walked. She scored a run on that walk. 1 for 2 on the day is Kirby. Lays off that pitch from Sophie, and Sophie seems to be throwing a little harder this inning. Maybe her hardest 2 pitches of the night. She struck out 2 in 2 innings of work. Ball 2. It's a big, big spot for Payson here to give Hager Bomber some insurance. Sophie's 2-1 pitch is hammered to center. White makes a great diving play on a ball that was hit to the right center gap. Great jump on it from Lauren, and a diving play to retire Megan Kirby. Wow. That was very similar to the play that she tried to make last night at Quincy Notre Dame and just couldn't come up with it. This time, in a bigger spot, she's successful. Great play for out number 1. In steps Ella Archer, the catcher of this Indians squad. Takes strike 1. And she swings at strike 2. What a play that was from White.
Awesome.
That gets by her. That's at least second, maybe third with nobody out. And, I mean, that ball was hit on a line.
Yeah, and like you say, she had a good beat on that one last night at Q&D. That ball was tailing a little bit just off the reach of her glove. This one was beautiful.
Great work out of Sophie there on 3 pitches. Sits down Ella Archer, brings in Grace Klitz. Sophie's 3rd strikeout of the evening. Payson has struck out 8 times. All 8 have been swinging. Grace Klitz has reached on an air and then singled twice. Takes ball 1 low, and she is actually the difference right now. Her 5th inning run
is the go-ahead run.
Yep, on the Bryn Busher single. On the Bryn Busher Singer. Takes ball 2. Does Grace Klitz. She golfs that one to Bar Eyes at short, who waits on it, makes a good throw across the diamond for the out on a 6-3 put out. Payson goes down super, super quietly. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Western needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. They'll have 4, 5, 6 due up.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Give Devin at Gully and Heckler Insurance a call today at 217-335-2817. Let us stand between you and loss. Liberty Tax Service of Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Macomb are proud supporters of TA Productions. Give them a call today at 217-224-2300 or stop by any of their locations.
Brindley McQuay, the leadoff hitter for the Lady Wildcats. She struck out twice and reached on a fielder's choice. Takes strike one.
Need a base runner, need them early.
Sure do.
If you're the Wildcats.
I'd love to have a base runner on for Emma Dixon, who's had 2 hard hit singles.
I'd like to see Brindley get on.
Swings and misses.
I was looking at Lauren. She's going to be in the hole, I guess. And she's got some speed. I'm just thinking of people with speed,
sure,
you know, that are coming up. 0-2 count here to Brindley. Wildcats down to their final 3 outs.
0-2 pitch to McQuay. Fouls off. Stays alive.
And shook our camera a little bit more. It might be getting a little bit better. We apologize for the backstop here at Western.
I'm going to see another 0-2 pitch from Hager-Bomber to McQuay. Off speed, gets her swinging, and quickly tagged out by Archer. Brindley will strike out swinging.
That off-speed pitch has gotten Brindley a couple times.
Sure has, and maybe maybe all 3 times she struck out.
Yeah. It is tough to lay off the off-speed. Everybody struggles with it.
First pitch to Dixon. Away for ball 1, up and away that is. Love to see a runner on for Lauren White. Dixon singled and grounded out to short. Takes ball 2. Going to get a 2-0 pitch here from Hager-Bomber as the Western dugout makes some noise. Ooh.
That would have been ball 3.
See, I don't know if you ever heard this before. This was always instilled in me from a young age playing baseball, that when you're down in the final inning, no matter if it's 1 run, 2 runs, however many, you take until you see a strike.
Yeah.
Even if it's the most perfect meatball on pitch 1.
Ooh, she wanted to take a rip at that one.
She sure did.
They're going to appeal down to first. Bryson says nope.
Bryson's had a pretty impactful day out there in the field.
He's made some good calls.
We're going to get a 3-1 pitch to Dixon. She bounces that foul. I was just could see into the future with saying we're going to see a full count pitch. Because here it comes. Once Dixon steps into the box, and Hager-Bomber steps onto the rubber. Three-two pitch. Swung on and missed by Dixon for out number 2. Payson 1 out away from handing Western their 6th straight loss. Lauren White is Western's last hope. Lauren's reached on an air, singled, and struck out. Pops that one foul.
Right back to Davies. Oh.
Bounces all the way back.
David had a chance to redeem himself, and it was about 2 feet away from him, and he knows we're talking about him as he's pointing down here at us.
2 plays he hasn't made.
Yeah.
Here comes an 0-1 pitch to White. Swings and misses for strike 2. Western's down to their last strike. Western has not scored since the 3rd inning. They put up 3 runs on 10 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Lauren White is Western's last breath. Off-speed pitch in there for strike.
Oh.
Taken for ball 1.
The Payson dugout wanted that one, and I think they probably deserved it.
I had already called. I looked down at my paper and started marking my K. Lauren gets a second life here. Can she make Payson pay? Upstairs for ball 2. 2-2 count on Lauren. 2-1-4
is the pitch. I bet that's fastball down the middle. It was.
Fights it off. Justin Shepard might get a chance. Nope, that's going to bounce off the concession stand.
And right underneath Randy Woods' golf cart, and he doesn't even know the ball came back there.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about being home. You can just call everybody in the crowd for not making a play.
Randy's probably saying, I wish I was at home, or I wish I was farming. I was talking to him today. We got to get our crops in.
Comes a 2-2 pitch to White upstairs, and if White were to reach, her speed would be a threat.
If White reaches, she has got to steal second on the first pitch.
On the first pitch.
Absolutely no other way around
and
it.
if she gets thrown out to end the game, so be it.
Yep.
She is. That would be a heck of a play from the catcher, Archer. But she has to get on base first, and we'll find out that result after this 3-2 pitch. The 3-2 pitch from Hegerbaum is in there for a cold strike 3 for her 7th strikeout of the evening. She strikes out the side in the bottom of the 7th, and Payson will defeat Western 4-3.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
Drake's Steak and Ale in Hannibal is the ultimate destination for steak lovers, serving the best tender, juicy fillets and hearty, savory ribeyes. Our talented chefs will prepare each entree to your liking. We offer an extensive menu and a full-service bar for your enjoyment. We also offer catering service for corporate events, weddings, or intimate gatherings. Come dine with us. Our hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday, 11 to 9, and Saturday, 2 to 9.
Western falls to Payson 4-3 for their 6th straight loss of the season. Well, I suppose we could go through some Payson stats here first, as Payson scores their 4 runs on 7 hits. They benefit from 3 Western errors, and they strand 6 runners on base. Hegerbomber it is, not Hegerbaum. Hegerbomber struck out 7 Western batters, and actually the first strikeout looking for either team of the combined 15 strikeouts was the last one. An unfortunate time for it, and including she struck out the side there.
Yeah, definitely.
In the bottom of the 7th. Let's talk the Lady Wildcats here, as Lauren White started the game for Western. She went 4 and some change. She gave up 3 runs. Of course, she exited with first and second where they brought in Reneker. Those 2 runs ultimately came around to score and were credited to White. Klitz would score the go-ahead run in the 5th inning, in Payson's 3-run 5th inning, which ultimately proved to be the difference. Western scored 3 runs on 10 hits. They forced 1 Payson error. But the stat that you're not going to want to hear, they stranded 9 runners. That's
way too many.
Just too many. But let's name a Barry Dental Care player of the game.
Barry Dental Care is the answer to all your dental needs. From fillings to root canals or denture work, they have you taken care of. They also offer orthodontic work. Give them a call today at 217-335-2397 to schedule your appointment.
All right, Reese, what do you think of player of the game? That's a tough one tonight.
We're gonna do it a little different from how we normally do it. Instead of just giving it to one person on Payson, I would say Payson's one of the most well-rounded teams that we've seen all year. So we'll name our Barry Dental Care player of the game, team of the game, to Payson Seymour just as a whole. You certainly would say Hager Bombers, as the pitcher, limiting Western to 3 runs, is probably deserving of it. But she did scatter 10 hits across 7 innings of work, but her defense was staunch behind her. I mean, she struck out of the 21 outs she recorded, a third of them were via strikeout, but she did a great job of letting her defense make plays behind her, and her defense did just that. And then timely hits from Payson, too. We made some jokes about it. They were committed to bunting, and a couple of those bunts were resulted in some wild pitches that got to the backstop and led to Payson's 3-run 5th inning. That's served to be the difference maker, and that's a frustrating one for Western. But I mean, I think we sound like a broken record at this point with frustrating ones here. But.
All right, next week the Wildcats are going to travel to Illini West up to Carthage on Monday. You going to make that trip, Reese?
That's to be determined.
That's a to be determined. We'll see about that. Tuesday afternoon we'll be back against Payson in Payson, and then we've got the Southeastern Suns here at home on Wednesday.
It's an action-packed week, and then we turn around that next week, and it's the 5 days, 5 games.
Yeah, it's every day. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Tap. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.